Hello everybody and welcome to Steve Plays City Skylines. This is episode 9 of my Swensdale build. I hope you're all well today. Okay, so in this episode I am going to kick off my high density development. I'm going to start off with some commercial and then start my high density residential development. And if you like the video and find it useful, you might want to consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications of future videos. I tend to post frequently, usually at least once a week. Right, okay, let's get into this. So before we start with the building, I should just show you some stuff that I did off camera, just as sort of prep work for this really. Let's start with public transport. Let's start with the bus lines. So what I was doing, and I still need to just finish this off, but I still have actually, sort of a spinal service that comes up here and terminates in this square that's a circle, if you like. I have a cross river route, which is going centre to centre. I've left that in place. I had an industrial route that came down to here, so this this central area was acting as kind of like an interchange, and I want to take that away because I think it's just going to get busier. So what I've done instead is I've put in this bus station. I'm routing my industry line, if you like, from there. So what I'm going to do is this this southern spinal line, if you like, I'm going to make that go all the way up and come to the bus station. So that will mean that I'll basically be feeding everybody into here. This will then be an interchange for people who were wanting to take the bus over to my industrial areas and the oil area when I purchase this tile. And then also I'm going to be putting in, because I'm putting in some high density there, it'll be a bus. I'll initially start off with a bus service going up to the high density commercial area. But probably, in fact, certainly I've planned for it. I'm going to be putting tram in instead. So what I'll have to do at that point is just remodel this road a bit, take off this, basically make it a curve from about here, just to give me a little bit more room to sneak a tram line in at the back of the bus station and then connect it all up. And to avoid clogging up this roundabout, I'm going to elevate that over here and over here. And then I'm going to put the tram depot in there, but I'm not going to do that until I need it, because that's just going to be sort of chomping funds, as it were. I mean, looking at the cost of it's a fair upkeep for this bus station, and at the moment I've only got a few lines in there, so it is a bit of a drain, but it is going to get busier, and I figured I should do that. Right, okay, so let's start off before we do the high density development. Let's sort this last bus line out that I needed to do. So let's go into here, and you see basically I've got, yes, I have still got it actually. So I've got this I've got a north and south line that's terminating. Can't really see because of this, but basically let's just come down. I've got a north line there and this south line like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this line out and I'm going to extend this line, so it basically is a spinal line right the way down Cedar Point. So let's get on with that. So Cedar Point South has gone. It's so easy, isn't it? And then Cedar Point North, I need to extend this line. So let's just see where I want to put my stops. About that for a minute. So I'm probably going to put, so let's see, every couple of blocks. Maybe I'm going to put, this is a bit tricky because I'm going to have to go into a side street to make it turn around, because it won't turn around here. With it being, this junction just doesn't facilitate that, and I'd rather it just sort of travel up and down, just picking up the residents from this kind of this main. It's not really an arterial, but it's as close as I've got inside the residential area. So I'm going to have to put a bus stop kind of here so the bus can turn around in this cul-de-sac, which I know might look a bit weird, but needs must, and then come back again. So I'll be doing, so there'll be a stop there, so then that's effectively that block. So 1, 2. All right, so there's my first stop. Okay, so don't remember how you do it. Bus stop. No, that's a station. No, that's a tram line. Bus stop. Right there. So make sure I've got the right line. Yeah. Drag that out to there. And to there. And then to there. And now you see it lets it turn around there and come back. So I'll put 1 there. Oops. And what am I doing? There. I don't need to put 1 here because there's, I don't think, because there's a stop right there. So that's... What? Have I made a tram depot? Oh god, I haven't placed a tram depot by mistake, have I? No, good. Right, okay. So that's in. So now I'm going to need to... So that was... let's call that... I think we need to pop a couple of vehicles onto this, because I think at the moment there's just... well, there should be 4, but with all the shenanigans with changing lines, there only seem to be 2 at the moment. So let's go with that, and let's see what happens. And hopefully this works better. Just want to make sure that this does actually manage to swing around in here. I can't see why it wouldn't. I'm doing the same sort of thing up in the where it gets to the end of the line in the forestry area. So here's my here's the first bus coming down. Okay. Okay, yeah, looks a bit janky, but it works. All right, fine. Okay, so I've got that bus line in, and I should be pretty much ready. So that was the last of the sort of rationalization, if you like. Oh, why are these cars all parking here? That is so right. I need to get rid of them. Transport manager. I just basically want to make it. Now then, how the hell do I make it no parking? I'd do that. That's right. Yeah. I don't mind so much them parking on this side, but I don't want... It just looks weird with them all blocking the bus station up. Okay, so let's just have a... Before we go any further, let's see how we're doing with this line. Well, that's absolutely full. I may have to put another bus on actually. That's just what I don't want is just masses of passengers having to wait. the same time, I don't want to be hemorrhaging money on bus services that are underused. I think I'm going to have to put one on. Let's see how that goes now. I basically don't want anything more than... I don't want massive queues at bus stops. Right. Okay, I'm just going to pause the game just briefly. So let's see now. So what I'm going to do is I want to... You can see I've made just a start putting the infrastructure in. I'll explain in case you didn't watch the last video. What happened in the last one is I put in some high density commercial, and what happened was all of a sudden my industry had a massive party because suddenly all the ones that were complaining that they couldn't, they had no market for the goods, suddenly had that market. And what they did was they all fired their traffic down to this roundabout, and it was backed up. Traffic was backed up sort of all the way around here because that was my original road. I've put this in. So I've done two things. I downloaded an asset from the Steam Workshop which gave me a 3-lane one-way because I wanted basically a 3-lane roundabout here. I've upgraded. Have I upgraded this? No, that's still a 4-lane two-way road there. In fact, all of these feeding in are 2 lanes at the moment. Apart from this, which I've put in, it's a 6-lane, so 3 ways, 3 lanes each way. And what I'll do is when I start the commercial zone up, I'm going to keep a really close eye on this because I took my eye off the ball last time and it all just went horribly wrong. My profit. It went from something reasonably healthy like this into the red and just pretty much kept going. And I think the only thing I can think of it was just that basically the industry wasn't making money because all its vehicles were just snarled up. So what I've done is I've extended this road network out here, and I put this roundabout in here. I'll just explain that in a minute. Popped a bridge over the motorway. I know it looks low, but you know when you actually zoom in, I want to see a truck, but I think you'll find that it works without clipping. This is raised using. I use the smallest elevation step, and it's up 3 clicks basically, 3 clicks of the page up key, and I'm pretty sure that is enough. We'll see. And what I want to happen is I want the industrial traffic that's destined for this area here to come this way, which may seem a longer route, but it should be a faster route as well. Okay, just a quick word on this roundabout now before we start the high density build. Actually, before I do that, I'd said 3 clicks on this bridge, but actually it's 3 steps, including the first step. So it's 2 clicks of the page up. That should be, I think that's 9 meters, and I think surely that's enough. Anyway, yes, what's going on with this roundabout is I'm probably, almost certainly, going to take this road and sort of sweep it round and bring it in here, and then just run one ways across to expand this industrial. And this spur here, which is just a standard, at the minute I've done it just as a standard just standard road, one. I've just done it just one each way. Yes, this is going to go up to my campus area, which is going to be here. I might make it. I might make it 4 lanes. You know, so 2 lanes each way. I'll see. But I've just put that in almost as a reminder to myself that yes, you need to expand up there. Okay, so let's get on with our commercial high density. So you probably, the eagle-eyed of you will have noticed that this looks different than it did about 2 minutes ago. I decided that actually this could be overkill, but I was kind of thinking this is 3 lane, then take it out into 2 lane, and then have the commercial aligned onto these. Sorry, 3 lanes to 2 lanes and then 1 lane each direction here. So, as I say, that could be overkill. I had originally just brought 2-way, 1 lane each way road out, one of these, but I just kind of thought maybe I should cater for a bit more traffic coming off here. Right, so let's make a start. So before I, one of these days I'm going to actually just launch into it. I have a bit of a problem over here. The thing is that the map creator suggested the use of the European theme for the map. Now, I like what the European theme does for low density housing and low density commercial, but I don't like the high density commercial. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the way I've set my map up, because I'm driving on the left, sort of UK style. This really, look at them. I mean, this isn't UK. It's modelled on Canada, actually, I believe. But nevertheless, with the driving on the left and everything, the high-density commercial has a very German feel to it. A lot of the signage on the buildings is in German. And I'm not coming at this from some Little Englander sort of I hate the Europeans sort of stance. It just doesn't fit the kind of feel that I've got in my mind. So I've got a bit of a problem there, seeing as that's what it wants to put down by default. Now, as it happens, I've got 3 options for how to deal with this. Option number 1 would be to I have one of the content creator packs, the modern city centres, and that looks quite nice. But I don't want to use it right now. My second option would be to create a zone or district and make it like a green cities area, which has a different set of assets. But I do have a third option, and that's because I have a building themes mod. So what I need to do is I need to create a district. And I'll make this fairly generous, because let's just take a fairly broad brush. Let's take it out to there. Just so... Actually, let's take it a bit further. Just so I don't inadvertently step outside it and then it suddenly starts springing up the default assets. The European assets in the case of this map. Right, so having painted my district, because I have this mod enabled, I have this themes button, and I can enable theme management for this district, and it then allows me to select from the themes that I have set up. This one, I've downloaded some asset or other. I don't know what it is. I don't actually know what it is. I'll figure that one out. But the one that I'm after for this is the international style, which, the sort of... I was thinking of it as American style, but I guess you're seeing that style everywhere in the UK and UK cities, so there's something similar anyway. So yeah, I'm happy. So let's go with that. So I've set this now, so hopefully when this comes in, it will avoid using those sort of big blocky, sort of very German assets. Right, let's get on with this. So I am... Oh yes, sorry, before I do that. What I want to make sure is that the buildings line up on facing into these streets and not these. So what I need to do is I have like a zoning manager. It's another mod. And what I can do is I can turn off... That one's already done. So what I've done here is that with... I'll just make sure I've done it here as well. I can turn off the zoning And so basically there'll be no sort of, it won't be fighting for control over these kind of common squares here. If I zone this out and the building comes in, it will face out onto this road, for instance. So let's now I've done that, we can finally get on with it. So I don't want to flood fill because they'll come in packed in, and it's a shame that, because the assets, they're nice. I like them anyway. I like the assets, and you want to have a proper view of them. I'll just leave it up. No. Yeah, you want to see the assets properly, and if they're crammed up next to each other, you're missing out, I think. I'll put those in. Before I do anything else, I want to put in, get my spacing right, 4 and then 2, and you'll see that it's not giving me the option. You see from the facing arrow at the top there, even if I try to drag it onto this road, it just goes red. It won't let me zone it. So that's exactly as I want it set up. 4 plus 2. So that is the statue of shopping, which seems to be 2 credit cards. Lovely. Okay. And the reason why I put this in, I want to, it's kind of going to be a little bit of a draw of people, because I'm going to put a bus line in here, a bus stop, should I say. The line's going to come from my bus station up there, come along here, drop off here, and then just loop around and come back. It's until I develop this side. That's going to be basically, it's going to be a one-stop line, like an express line, just bringing people from the bus stop, bus station, should I say, there, just firing them into here and then bringing them back. At some point, I'm going to put a tram in, I think, and then when I do that, these roads, I'm going to have to upgrade these roads to the ones with tram lines. But for now, let's just have a look at where I'm at. So, right, 4, 4, 4, 4. So now I want to do, what have I got left? 1, 2, 3, gap, 1, 2, 3, gap of 2. Right, so let's do that, gap, that. And then let's do another big buildings there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to just keep repeating the same pattern. Try that. What have I got left? Enough that, isn't it? Right, let's just go with that for now, and let's come out of there. I need to get some power in actually before. I'll tell you what, let's just zone up just a little more. 4, 4, 4. And let's just move these trees just back a touch, just so they don't clip into anything that builds. That's fine. I think I probably just need to bring, say, that down to there. Okay, I've already watered this area, so should have, yeah. And before I start, I don't know whether this is going to make any difference whatsoever. In theory, I'm not sure it should, but let's try it anyway. I'm trying to avoid commercial, the industrial traffic serving these commercial areas. I'm trying to avoid them coming down and up this way. So although I'm not totally convinced this is going to work, I'm going to ban heavy traffic. I think this is actually big trucks, you know, big lorries, not the little sort of delivery van type things. But I don't think I need to do it all the way. I basically just need to stop them each side here, and that should be enough. I can take it all the way across. I could apply vehicle restrictions to entire road, but then I think that would take it all the way around there. I think I've done everything I need to do. So, excitement. And as soon as this develops, I'm going to pop that bus line in and see. Well, I'll start with seeing what the car traffic's like, of course. Come on, build. I always run the game on the slowest. I know some people like to sort of crank this up to the max and whiz through very quickly, but I just like the tantalising sort of slow reveal as things come in a little bit more gradually. Let's see what we get when the scaffolding comes down. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. They're actually they're not quite matching, but the thing I was saying is, if you look at these buildings, I mean, they're nicely, you know, they're not designed to be crammed up against each other, I don't think. And although the game doesn't care, you know, you've zoned it out, it puts the buildings in, it doesn't actually give a monkey's. It's quite happy to have buildings right up to each other. I care a little bit. I just don't think it looks right. When, you know, if this building was sort of right up against this, and then you sort of look at it and you can see when the scaffolding comes down. Okay, I happen to have picked one that actually is blindsided there. Fine. But maybe look at, find a different building quick. If, say, I had two of these next to each other, it'd look a bit silly because you'd just about see that there's windows here and another building like right up against it. I'll say that was that one was a bad choice. Okay. Right, so just pausing just very briefly. So they're all coming in fine, coming in quite quickly actually. So let's finish this. Let's finish this off. Do I want? I'll stick with this idea for now, with like the big sort of developments right on the corners. I just need to move that tree back a touch. So there, I've put 2s in there. Let's go with the one I did before. 4. I could put, say, a 4 and then a 3. Yeah, and then let's go with the 3x4. Let's do that. And then what? Let's try that. Move that tree back a little bit, and that one. Okay. Right, so while that comes in, I said I wouldn't take my eyes off the ball here. Let's see what's going on traffic-wise. Now, I know there's sometimes a bit of a lag between the game, between building something and the game kind of realising that there's new things. Oh, that's nice. That's... yes, fine. Why? What are you doing that for? Why? Okay, I'm pausing again. So, what seems to be happening is everything's using this lane, and then it stays in that lane. And then because it's a left turn only, it's forcing it to do this loop around, which is just crazy. Okay, traffic manager, what can I do? Let's do that. Oops. And let's see what that does. And while we're waiting, let's just make sure that's still flowing. Okay, so let's see what happens with this van that's coming up. Hopefully it will continue around because I've changed this. Yay. Okay, fine. Right. So what's happening here? What have you got? I have a blank space. Why? Did I not zone? Ah, you fool. There. And that should fill in. So, what I need to do... I've left this gap for a reason. That just looks... Does it look like a car can go down the side? I can't decide. Yeah. I think the idea is that you should be able to... I mean, it's a bit... I always find this weird because they don't drop the curb. But I think the idea is that you can... You don't need a service road down the back, and the cars can kind of like just go nice and slowly round the side. Or is the case... Did you say that? As the case maybe you just drive straight through the building and then park. Okay, you know, there's some things that maybe you shouldn't look at too closely. I can't decide whether I should use this space to put like a little service road in to make that a little bit more realistic. But anyway. Right. Well, how's things going? Well, I'm still making money, which is nice. This roundabout hasn't exploded or imploded or something, or just ground to a halt. That seems to be sorted out now. Okay, I think I'm kind of happy here. Bus lane. Right, let's see. Not bus lane, bus line. Let's go into public transport. And buses. Already in it, I think. So, let's create a new line. So I'm going to go from there. And I'm going to create a stop just there. And then come back. Complete. And I'm going to go with, in the ride set, there is some sort of, where is it? Some sort of rapid transit sort of thing. It's just, I think it's just, I'm not sure I need 110 passengers. What's that? 60. Let's go with that. And there we go. They're all starting, or it is starting. Fine. And let's make that. Let's make that. What colours have we got? Make that a green line. Right. Okay. What am I going to call it? Excuse me. Decisions. What am I going to call it? What do I like to be? Briarwood? Yeah, I'll leave that. So no, we don't want that. So we're going to make it Need briarwood. Okay. Let's see if this generates us any traffic. A couple of people waiting already. There's not. Okay, so just looking for my actual. Where is the first of my buses? Surely it's left the. Oh, there it is. Blimey, he's driving like a maniac. Well, you know, there's a few. I don't know where all them people came off the bus, 'cause I'm sure that's my first bus. Oh well, whatever. Are there any people waiting at the bus stop? Oh dear. Okay. It would appear that actually they started here. Hopefully these will spread out a bit. They've all decided to unbunch, you know, do their extended wait period there. Hopefully that'll spread out a bit, because that looked a bit of a mess, but anyway. Oh, yes, and I need to sort out my junctions. God, making a right mess of this today, aren't I? So, make these giveaways. And likewise. There we go, that should be it. Alright, so so far so good, I think. Let's just have a quick peek now that line has started. How's that doing? Surely there's more than 4 passengers, for goodness sake. It could be that I don't need quite so many buses, though. It's not exactly... Let's take one out. Let's take another out. Right, let's see how that... Let's come back to that in a few minutes and see how that does. Alright, so that is the start of my commercial area. Well, actually, I think we'll leave this video here. It's gone on gone on rather long, because as ever, I didn't just get straight into the job. I got sort of distracted by all sorts of things, but never mind. Nevertheless, I hope you found that of some use. Off camera, I'll expand this a bit, and then we're ready for the next sort of phase. Oh, hello. Am I on the start of a death wave here? Okay, well maybe the next episode we'll start off with that. I'm not going to go any further other than to say this is Steve, signing off. See you next time. Bye now.